What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about some gameplay and secrets for Modern Warfare 3, some important announcements, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a huge reminder, we got plenty of brand new articles going up over on dkdynamite.com, especially some live coverage over on Detonated's Twitter. The link to my brand new outlet is, of course, down below in this video's description. Detonated is, of course, an expansion of all the coverage you're seeing here on this channel, just in the form of journalism. Earlier today, I posted an exclusive video going over the new carry forward feature in Modern Warfare 3, allowing you to go ahead and take your Modern Warfare 2 content into the new Call of Duty. Yesterday I sat in a creator call with Activision to talk more about this feature, and this morning I posted a video once the embargo lifted, while Call of Duty also went ahead and posted an official blog post on the information as well. My video and article are linked down below in this video's description. But we have a lot to get through here in this breakdown for the brand new trailer and some additional details that you guys probably missed, so be sure to check timestamps down below for those that want to skip forward through certain topics. First off, we got a brand new blog post as comms have been activated for MW3. So the worldwide reveal for the game has officially been announced for August 17th inside of Warzone. So the first thing we can see here from this blog post is that the event itself is not through DMZ at all, and obviously DMZ is a part of Warzone, so when rumors circulated that the event would take place inside of DMZ, we didn't think much of it when Activision said, oh yeah, it's a Warzone focused event, because we're like, yeah, DMZ is a part of Warzone. It looks like those rumors weren't exactly accurate. Apparently, we're going to have 4-player squads inside of this new Shadow Siege event within Warzone. The playlist can actually be seen right now in the Warzone menu if you boot up COD HQ, and with that you can also see a timer at the top left corner as to when the event is actually going to take place. Really cool to be counting down to that, as again they want to prepare one of the biggest reveals for a brand new Call of Duty to date. They've also added clarification for all bundles in Modern Warfare 2 so that you guys are fully aware that when you purchase a bundle, all of those cosmetics are usable inside of MW3. That was also mentioned briefly in the blog post, and we'll circle back to the blog a little bit later in the video because there were some additional details provided about carry forward, which I didn't get to mention in my video this morning since I wasn't aware of the info, so we'll get back to that. But we have an exclusive coming in from detonated.com. So apparently in the Xbox item shop, you can actually get a glimpse of our actual operators from MW3. You get an official first look at Makarov's character model, as you can see right there. I'm hearing reports the photo was actually changed now if you guys are on Xbox. It's not really a leak, it's literally the icon for the game itself as a marketing tool for the reveal event on August 17th. You can see a nice look at Makarov, Price, Ghost, and a mysterious individual who I believe is wearing a ghost mask. No coincidence that you have Price and Ghost standing beside one another, and then Makarov and a ghost masked kind of character. So I wonder if that's going to be Ghost's arch nemesis or something, some interesting new plot point that is going to be set up in Modern Warfare 3. We'll have to wait and see, but again, this is our official first look at Makarov. It's unclear if that's a special edition skin. Is that just his base look in the game? Early rumors have suggested that a pre-order edition of Modern Warfare 3 will grant you with a special Makarov skin inside of MW2, so we'll have to wait and see what that is. We'll likely get an announcement about pre-order bonuses and even special editions of the game after the reveal event on August the 17th. You can also now add Modern Warfare 3 to your Steam wishlist, which does mean that pre-orders are imminent, and I'm gonna say, like I mentioned before, pre-orders are likely not gonna go live until after the reveal event on August the 17th. Would have been cool if they went live today, but it makes sense they want to hold off on that for a little bit longer. It's also being talked about a bit in the community that the Modern Warfare 3 client is being listed as DLC for the COD HQ app, so essentially meaning that MW3 will be booted through the COD HQ app that you currently have right now on your PC, and if you're on console it's a little bit different, but yeah, it looks like MW3 might be sitting at the menu alongside Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. We also have DMZ there, but it's still been made clear by the studios that the game will still be separate, meaning that when one game gets an update, it should not be breaking other parts of, let's say, MW2 or Warzone, DMZ, and then maybe eventually Black Ops. Everything should still be stable. But also sending a huge congrats to Julian Kostov, who is playing Makarov. He went ahead and revealed on Twitter today that he is the face behind the brand new villain here inside of MW3, and the trailer that we got today was absolutely brilliant. I'm sure he also loved it. I got chills from the music choices, the editing, and just the very creepy vibe that you'll get from this trailer, right? Makarov in prison getting tattooed. There is something big going on here, and the first thing I want to point out is a wreckage that we could see of a major commercial airline. This could in fact be a follow-up to the post-credit scene that we got inside of MW2 2022, where at the very end, it looks like a hijacking of that plane was commencing, right? Somebody got a text message saying, remember, no Russian. So it looks like instead of being able to play through whatever the no Russian equivalent is inside of the Modern Warfare reboot, it may have actually happened off screen, or we'll get cutscenes kind of depicting what happened there, but it's likely that we're not going to actually play in the experience where we take over the plane, unless the opening mission of Modern Warfare 3 is following up on that cutscene and we hijack the plane, we massacre people, and then the plane just crashes. That would probably be a little bit too violent and far too controversial, at least for today's world. So it's likely this is the follow-up to that event event, and somebody's soldiers, whether it's Makarov's men, whether it's Shadow Company, somebody is getting rid of evidence, right? Dumping bodies in the wreckage, which is brutal. So I'm curious who those soldiers are. There's no indication at all throughout the entirety of this trailer as to who anybody is. Everybody's wearing very dark clothing. There's no logos or insignias on the outfits people are wearing. So really interesting stuff going on, but also MW2 2009 vibes from them just throwing a body into the fire, similar to when Ghost got thrown into the fire when him and Roach got killed during that betrayal. But also now one of the biggest revelations of this trailer, right? We didn't just get a reveal of Makarov and a nice narration from Price. We got actual glimpses of gameplay and what looks to be the return of Verdansk, but to some extent. So it looks like some major points of interest from the original Warzone map, like Dam, Stadium, Castle, and even the Boneyard, were seen here inside of this trailer. So unless it's a coincidence that they're reusing assets that happen to look like Verdansk points of interest, maybe to save time they had to use Verdansk as some type of base for a couple of the missions, whether it's through flashbacks, no matter what it is here. I mean, yeah, if they're making Verdansk on the brand new engine and for COD 2.0, you know damn well people are going to be asking for Verdansk to return into BR. That's why it's almost problematic to have Verdansk either in the campaign through flashbacks or for some type of Outbreak Zombies mode. People are just going to want it in Warzone. So no matter how good the new Warzone map is going to be for MW3, people are going to be begging for Verdansk. So maybe it's a double-edged sword to have Verdansk in the campaign at all. But then again, if they add in Verdansk, I'll take it. That'll be great. Let's see a new version of it with some different sets of weapons and different mechanics that weren't in the original Warzone. So let's see what happens here. But if this is indeed a flashback, some type of attack going on at the Verdansk Stadium or wherever, it could be used to set up Makarov as a villain, kind of establishing more of his key plot points, also further building the lore in the new Modern Warfare universe and showcasing how Makarov was a part of everything all along. There are still some unexplained plot points that maybe could help tie everything together a little bit better, which is that Makarov may have been the banker inside of Modern Warfare 19 Spec Ops. Again, that was in Verdansk, so Verdansk may very well be a part of Makarov's backstory inside of this reboot. Now, we also got a glimpse of somebody blowing up ice to sink a moving vehicle. I wonder who's actually in the vehicle, who just got assassinated, who just got kidnapped. Lots of stuff going out there, and also a glimpse of somebody maybe breaking Makarov out of prison. Makarov may be locked up in this castle, this prison-like structure, which looks a lot like the one that we had in Verdansk. So maybe he was locked up in Verdansk all along, we just didn't know, and there's going to be a lot of hints planted in the campaign or in some other game modes in MW3 that really help explain where Makarov's whereabouts have been throughout all these years. Really excited to see what they're going to do with this, but I'm really curious, right? Who could be breaking Makarov out of prison? Will it be some type of rogue agents that we just don't know about? Will it be his own men? Will it somehow be us for whatever crazy reason? I highly doubt that. Lots of cool theories going around in the community right now as to what the lore could possibly be with possibly breaking him out of prison or somebody else being broken out of prison. Who actually knows? Well, we saw this report from Ralph's Valve earlier today that then got deleted off Twitter. Again, take everything this guy says with a grain of salt. Like I said on stream earlier, doesn't matter who it is, an insider, a journalist, a leaker, a data miner, no matter who it is, even regardless of what they've gotten correct in the past, always take what they say with a grain of salt, regardless of how reliable they've been before. Ralph in particular has gotten quite a bit wrong in the last year or so, and I've always been clear about that in videos, right? Just be very careful with what you believe. But he put out this tweet, which mentioned that flashbacks are a central part of the MW3 campaign to help build up Makarov's character, and the campaign also incorporates reprising casts like Barkov and Kamarov, which I believe would help further the lore for the MW reboot and kind of connect some more dots from Modern Warfare 19 all the way up until this third game. And apparently the game acknowledges Perseus, which might be some type of setup for the Black Ops 2024 campaign or whatever they're going to do on the Treyarch side of the lore. So with that in mind, those are really plausible things that I think anybody out there could have predicted. Maybe these things are true. Maybe these were planned at one point. They could have been storyboarded, but now these things aren't true or got scrapped. Take it as you may, but if flashbacks are a central part of the campaign, I can understand it for a mission or two, but if it's almost every mission, they might be pulling a Vanguard here, where every mission essentially is a flashback, and only maybe the first and last missions of the campaign further the narrative. That's exactly what happened in Vanguard, and I wasn't a fan of that at all, and if they're going to do that for this game, as long as the game's good, I could understand that, but then that would mean we're guaranteed to get, what, a Modern Warfare 4 in a couple of years to actually further the plot with Task Force 141, with Makarov. How much could they really explore in this game if most of the missions are flashbacks? And if the game didn't have that big of a dev cycle, I'm just really worried about the narrative side of things there. So hopefully this rumor about flashbacks isn't true. Now, as a bit of a follow-up with the marketing and blog post for the new Carry Forward feature in Modern Warfare 3, there were some details provided that I didn't get a chance to put in my video this morning because I just didn't know the information, and the details weren't shared in yesterday's creator call. First off, for those out there that don't own Modern Warfare 2 but buy a copy of Modern Warfare 3, the cool thing is all the Modern Warfare 2 content will be there, weapon-wise that is. Not talking about cosmetics, but weapon-wise. You won't be restricted from using Modern Warfare 2 weapons if you don't own that game. There will just be separate unlock challenges for unlocking that content, right? It's unclear if there's going to be a separate challenge for each individual weapon or one challenge per weapon class, but the MW2 weapons will still be fully obtainable inside of the new Call of Duty, even if you didn't play last year's title. So that's really important for clarity. And on top of that, I saw some feedback, right? What about people out there that just buy MW3, didn't play MW2? Are they at a disadvantage? I kind of talked about this in my previous video, but a great idea that I saw in my chat today was maybe they should restrict you on whether or not you can use Modern Warfare 2 content until you hit maybe level 55 or a first prestige or two. That would maybe make the game a bit more balanced so that day one you're not getting hit by KV Broadside Dragon's Breath across the map on an experience you just aren't familiar with. Maybe that would make more sense. Also in terms of the camo grinding, right? For those out there that are like, wait, why can't we apply MW2 camos on MW3 weapons? That wasn't exactly answered in our creator call or the Q&A blog post that we got today, but maybe, and just maybe, like I saw suggested in chat today, a cool idea would be after achieving maybe Ultra Grand Mastery in Modern Warfare 3, there would be an ability to use MW2 Mastery camos on the new MW3 weapons, or at least after unlocking most of the Mastery camos for the new Call of Duty, then they would allow you to apply older Mastery camos from MW2 on our new set of weapons. Maybe that's what's being planned as a bit of a reward for the biggest grinders out there, but overall, I'm not really surprised they want you to really focus on the new MW3 content and the new Mastery guide with the new progression system, instead of just saying, oh yeah, if you guys played MW2, you're good, we don't got much new for you. No, it makes sense that they want to really emphasize that there is a lot of new content to enjoy. They just happen to allow you to use your old content that you might have had in MW2. But to follow up on that too, I think it's cool to have decked out weapons day one for Modern Warfare 2. If, let's say, Modern Warfare 3 has a zombies mode, you don't have to really start from scratch. I mean, maybe you have to level up a little bit to use your loadout if that's the case, but you don't have to really start from scratch. You can have a bunch of decked out weapons ready to go for zombies already day one. That might be a plus. But I'm going to end with this tweet that I put out earlier, right? I don't understand the backlash in regards to the carry forward announcement. First off, Modern Warfare 2 was never a 2-year game, as I clarified in lots of previous videos. It was a rumor from the press, and the rumor was pretty spicy and somewhat made sense considering development circumstances with Sledgehammer taking over at the last minute. That I understood, but even from the get-go, the rumors from Bloomberg and Jason Schreier also suggested that whatever the Year 2 expansion was for Modern Warfare 2 was a paid experience. Either way, if it was just a Year 2 update, you still had to pay for it. They just turned that into a full-fledged COD title with a new campaign and some other material. So either way, you still had to pay for something. It was never going to be a free Year 2. And on top of that, Modern Warfare 3 has been confirmed to have a ton of new original content on top of the transfer. So it still is a full-fledged title that just so happens to have the ability to let you transfer your MW2 material. So it's not just like MW2 is going to get a big patch or a big title update that just adds in MW3 stuff. No, MW3 is its own game, and it's subjective as to whether or not you want to pay $70 for it. But just know, even as Barry Sloan confirmed on Twitter today, the actor behind Captain Price, it's not an effing expansion pack. But that is about it. This has been DK Dynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the breakdown here of our new gameplay trailer we got today for the Makarov reveal? How are you feeling about the new details in regards to carry forward, plus everything else we discussed? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.